Ho ho ho, Gondor the Terrible. You will never get the solar plexus crystals now. No, you think I need the solar plexus crystals?
Hi, Scrap. Have you seen Purple come through here?
I'm a bit busy at the moment, actually.
Wait, what are you doing?
Nothing, just, captain stuff.
Oh, it's us. You have little figures of the whole crew. Is that to help plan for battles and ship coordinating?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, how do they look so accurate?
Oh, that's easy. I just made these little guys in Hero Forge. They've got a new face customizer feature, so I can get everyone just right. See? I even got the doctor's flowers right there.
Their color of them is almost as pretty as they are in real life. Well, I don't want to bother you while you're planning big captain business things. I'll see you in the mess hall later, Captain.
All right. Later, Ike. We could use the power of the crystal to help us with this mission. Oh, yeah, radical, dude. I'm just gonna get skateboard. Oh, I had a skateboard on my home planet once.
Previously on The Adamless.
Azam, he.
Ike. She.
My name is Theriak.
What's up? My name's Skye. Welcome to the Patchwork, my dudes.
You have a lead on where the next crystal is. The planet Nos in the Vanir system.
My name's Poncho. I'm the sheriff of these areas. I'm the sheriff of Nutrino Downs.
As you all cheers, there is a poof from outside, a loud bang, and then another.
I'm out the door.
Sheriff! Poncho, you took from the Baron. We can't be having that. The sun's setting on your ride here, Sheriff.
My name's Skyscraper. I'm interested in joining you.
My name's Estrid. We got some money to pick up. The store in town, the owner's fallen behind on some payments.
She raises her gun, cocks it, and fires.
Huge train, carriages long, on a track that goes off into the distance.
The void does train them well. Very good, Skye.
Time's up, Poncho! Let's rumble.
Time always seems to repeat itself. Like a clock, no matter how far away the hand seems, time will always circle it back to the same moment. The same planet, the same enemies, the same story of unknown heroes rising to the occasion, the same things falling from the sky. The universe wonders if it'll ever be able to escape the repeating. This town still bears its scars. The winds blow, picking up sand to cover a rock whose face still shows the bullet holes from the first battle. The air itself is scared. What if time repeats? What if you fall today? Who will be left? Is time repeating? Or is this a second chance? You're hauled up at the north end of town. The Baron's men surround you. Scrap is guarding some townsfolk who do not want to fight. Flair and Keelan hide amongst the town. Skye, you are with a few of the Baron's men. Azam, you see Skye and the pair of you lock eyes. No one has fired yet. You all breathe in the anxious air as the wind tries to run, gathering in a storm that builds off in the distance. Skye, you were told by the Gripply captain of this small unit, this large toad humanoid, take some people and lead them to where we will have the best tactical advantage. You took 5 people you believe haven't fully bought into the Baron's gambit, including the Monitor brothers and Estrid, the cowgirl outlaw you met whilst you joined the gang. I'll explain what the town looks like for now. You are all near the north end of Nutrino Downs. The abandoned town hall is kind of where you all are. Skye, you are in the midsection of Nutrino Downs south of the abandoned town hall, and I'll use that as like a reference point. So you're south of the town hall with the 5 people that pass the vibe check. The Gripply is flanked by 2 other of the Baron's men riding on these large lizards. The Gripply himself is riding on this feral, aggressive, angry, acid-spitting creature. In front of them all are 4 more of the Baron's men. There are also some to the east and the west, but the Gripply, the 2 of the Baron's men riding these lizards, and the 4 who are on foot are arriving from the north. So from the north of these, east-west are more of the Baron's men. Skye, you are to the south. You have split off and snuck around. Eigentheriac, you're on top of an abandoned shop where you have put the healing station just in case things get particularly dicey. Azam and Poncho, both of you with your tactical training, and Poncho, the fact that you're the sheriff of this town, where would the pair of you like to be set up?
Poncho's just going to be right in the middle of the town. He's not going to be in some building.
He's not hiding.
Yeah, he's not hiding.
Love that.
Azam is hiding in town hall, because I have like a little length of garrote wire that I've unspooled, and whoever's the last to enter is going to get dragged out with me by the neck.
Oof, a doofer.
Yeah.
Why does that make me laugh?
It's a romantic evening, really. You know?
Momo, where would you like to lead these people?
So I thought I was originally taking them to the abandoned town hall, but if the abandoned town hall is currently where people are going to get the shit beat out of them, where would a good place for me to take these people whose minds could potentially be changed? Where can I take them to so that we can try and convince them to not be bad guys after?
Well, there's any of these other buildings that you will be able to... You could have set up beforehand. In, like, the general store, you could have set that up to be a neat little trap to, like, bar them in.
All right, we're going to the general store. Or the bank?
Let's do the general store, which I believe is this building right here, right at the edge.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
I'm seeing this through the window at this point, right?
Right, Skye, what are we doing here?
I think their minds can be changed.
Alright. Tell them that there's a backup. There's backup resources inside the general store. Now we're planning on using it to cover us in case town hall went down.
Would you mind rolling me a persuasion? Diplomacy. It'll be diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
My apologies.
Whew. That's a 4.
Everyone's kind of suspicious. You've just been put like in charge of these people, even though no one here knows who you are. When you all like splinter off to go down a way, and you say, "Hey, we should go to the general store," Estrid pops up. Now, darling, why are we going there? That doesn't seem like where the action's at.
Town hall is going to be heavily guarded. They have backup supplies in the general store. If we get rid of that, they'll have nothing to land back on.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This was your old crew, right? You flew with these people?
Yeah.
really are turncoating on them quite quick.
Yeah?
It just seems a little convenient that you're leading us away, don't you think?
Yeah, well, leaving the void gave me some practice.
All right.
You want to stay here?
With the rest of the people who I don't trust but know, I'm not opposed to that. I'm less opposed to that of you dragging us away. But as you say, oh mighty commander, you can tell that she is very much not buying this. After like a small amount of silence, one of the Monitor brothers turns to his brother. I don't. Whatever the boss says, and the Baron gave her a pretty good pass, so I think for tonight we should just listen and let egos die. Alright, whatever you say. And they will follow you to the general store.
While that's happening, because we all did see this, Dr. Theriac! Look!
Yes?
Skye's okay. She made it back.
I'm hardly surprised. Are you?
Well, I was, I think, acting very confident. But I was a little worried.
Poncho, you are just stood outside?
Yeah, Poncho is just standing outside in the middle of the street. In that, like, thoroughway that kind of, like, meets up to where people would be coming into the town. And he is just standing there, waiting.
Moving on up first, the Gripply, who you never really quite caught the name of, but have seen a lot. They saddle on up to you. Poncho, this is your last chance.
Well, if you're seeing me standing out here in the middle of this street, I guess that's a sign saying I'm turning down whatever kind of offer or whatever kind of bargain the Baron has planned for this situation. So I'm just gonna give a big old resounding no.
You're a resilient one, Poncho, I'll give you that. I'll make sure to write that on your gravestone. They pull out a small laser rifle. Poncho, could you roll me a reflex check?
Okay, that is a 22.
The Gripply puts their hand to their hip for a shot, but you, again, this man just ain't quick enough. You pull out yours first.
So you see, the gun that Poncho pulls out isn't a standard-looking laser pistol. When he reaches under his poncho, you think he's going to pull out the laser pistol. What he pulls out is this insectoid-looking gun that looks like it's a handgun, but the body of the gun itself looks like an ant gripping on top of a pistol. Like the ant has some weird symbiotic relationship with this pistol. And right before he pulls the trigger, the ant makes a little bit of noise as he fires a shot from it. And the bullet doesn't come out. Like the ant opens its mouth and a stinger shoots out of the ant's mouth and it flies at this guy's hand.
There is this silent but well-known draw as the Gripply, and then you, there is a spurt of blood as you hit him in the shoulder. With that, everyone's rolling initiative. However, first, I would like to state this. Poncho, you gain an ability as a reaction whenever you see, like once a round, when you see someone take a shot at an ally or yourself, you get to decide to roll a reflex save, and you can stop that attack happening and then roll damage yourself, as you are just quicker on the draw.
Ooh, I get superpower.
And with that, because of the things that you have all been doing to prepare yourselves and the town, at initiative 20, which is the first.
Oh, that's right.
You all get to pick collectively between one of three things. You can pick open fire, which in a 10-foot circle, everyone inside that circle needs to make a reflex check or take 1d6 damage. As all of the people in the town who you have prepared all open fire, you can pick drop the barrel. If someone is within 5 foot of any of the buildings in town, you can drop an oil barrel, which gives them huge amounts of damage, but they also need to roll a reflex. Or you can pick 3 people, and then the healing station is going to go off, and then those 3 people heal.
So we get to do this at the top of each initiative order?
On 20 initiative, you can pick one of these 3 things. It's
Got
in
it.
live chat.
Got it.
Oh, snap. We have our own layer actions. Cool.
First thing, it's the first move since no one rolled above a 20. Which one would you like to do?
I'm inclined to say drop the barrel. I would love the Scriptly to be on a flaming lizard. I do think that's very funny.
Yeah, you want it to be on a flaming lizard? Okie dokes.
Is everyone
All right.
everyone into that idea?
I know. I'm here for this.
Giving a signal, whoever gives that signal, I imagine it's Azam. Keelan runs up inside of the abandoned town hall, lets go of a rope and a barrel that was Home Alone-esque rocking on top of this building, rolls down, and then it explodes out. This Tashtari, which is what the Scribbly is riding, needs to make a reflex save. It does, unfortunately, make it. That's a 16 on the die plus 7. However, it takes half damage. There is this as it rears back. The Ripper's like, "Hey boy!" as just getting shot in the shoulder and is trying to control it. Now that the first shot has been fired, these 2 girdled lizards are going to actually act before Poncho. The 2 riders are going to just open fire actually on Poncho, both of them taking shots. They only get +2 to this. That is a 7. That fails. That is an 18. Does an 18 hit your
kinetic or
Poncho's EAC?
EAC? That meets my EAC.
4 damage to your stamina as one of these Baron's men on top of this girdle lizard takes a 2. After that, Poncho, it is you.
Poncho is going to kind of do like a little hop run over to that little trough over here and duck behind it.
Yeah, that's grand. That will be half cover as you're ducked under it. Is there any shots you would like to take?
He's gonna
any
take more shots at the one that was riding
at the little leader.
Yeah,
perfect.
The leader, yeah. An 18
does hit. 18 does
hit.
Roll that damage.
9 points of damage.
This Gripply and this Tashtari are getting riddled with bullets. They've really, in this ambush, they have been the ones who are jumped. And then, after that, if you are all done, it is who I have colloquially called the peons' turn. 2 of them rush off, going toward the town hall. 2 of them duck behind the building that Theriac and Aig are holed up in. All of them, however, are going to take shots off at Poncho since they don't know where anyone else is. 1, 2, that is 2 hits, a total of 10 damage as they bullets go straight through the sloshing trough and water is pouring out. You can kind of poke your little kangaroo mouse eye through one of the holes, yeah, and spot what's going on. The other 5, as they all walk in with Skye, there are some supplies knocking around. Skye, you the first or the last one to enter?
I want to be the last one to enter, but I also don't want these guys to be suspicious of me, so I will go in first. If that matters.
Yeah, it does. Stepping inside of this, not fully cleared out, but kind of empty general store. You walk in, 5 people follow you. As you all step in, the gunshots start being heard from outside, and Skye, you hear a rustle and a click of a revolver, and you turn around and Estrid is pointing her laser rifle at you.
We don't have time for this.
We ain't gonna be falling for nothing, sugar. You ain't very convincing. You have only been with us, what, 1 week? You really expect us to fall for the fact that you're all on our team?
Are you done?
Go on. Defend yourself.
I hate this. You know that power we got from the crystal?
Yes.
The pull? Yeah.
I want WallE to have a chance to use it. But could I use it just because Momo doesn't know how to get out of this predicament? And I know a way that requires the use of the crystal power. Would that be okay with everybody?
I say do it.
I'm okay. I'm okay with
Do
you using
it.
it. Oh my god.
You are surrounded by 5 people.
Do it.
At the minute, so possibly getting out in any way is a smart one.
Okay, I'd like to use the crystal power, and I'd like to just telekinesis her gun into my hand.
Okay.
Am I able to do that?
Yeah. You absolutely are. This is going to be a contested reflex as you use the ability of the crystal to yank the gun out of her hand and into yours. So you're going to have to roll a reflex and I will roll one, and whichever one's higher gets it.
23.
The dust storm you all saw earlier is like so far away, yet there is this of thunderstorm that you hear above you as sinking in with this time that you've spent with the crystal and this huge beaconous explosion that you all felt when arriving on Nos. Skye, there is this small tingling of on your tongue, this memory of licking it when you first came into contact with it. There is this breaking of glass as the crystal eye leaves your pouch, shoots out through the window, through 2 other buildings, and then into the general store. Skye reaching at your hand, the gun, and immediately falls into yours. Estrid is now unarmed, and you now have a rifle in your hands. The crystal hovers, floating, stuck in the air, as you summoned it to use this. It shakes and then clangs to the floor. You now hold the gun in your hand. The awareness of everyone who has walked in this building is like, hey, as they all point their guns and get ready, but they're not pointing it at you. They're just pointing. They're just readied. Your gun leaves Estrid, and are you pointing it at her? Do you just have it?
I just have it. I'd like to take the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then just say to the rest of the group, giving Astrid a bit of a cold shoulder, take what you want. We'll destroy the rest on my signal. I'm going to watch the door. I will tell you when it's safe to leave. Am I understood?
Ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They all walk off. No roll needed. Astrid doesn't move and is stood looking at you and then looks toward the crystal. How'd y'all do that?
I'd rather leave you wondering what else I can do, and then I'd like to hand her gun back to her.
My, you are full of surprises.
Oh. Yeah, you have no idea. And then I'm gonna go watch the door.
The Gripply, patting themselves down, wiping the oil off of the Tashtari that they're riding. The Tashtari kind of lands on the ground. This red lizard with this large, almost scorpion-like tail and this big sack underneath its throat that, almost like the Gripply toad riding it, is like raising and breathing. Gripply Commander pats it. Is going to point at where Poncho is. He's a good shot. Let's make sure he can't do that no more, boy. And then this Tashtari, it's the sack underneath its throat like glows this like bright white. It opens its mouth and there's this huge, incredibly bright flash that happens, like someone has just let off a firework or an extremely bright camera right in your eyes. Poncho, I'm gonna need you to make a fortitude save.
That is a 15.
You duck back down behind the trough, and it almost looks like the night turns into day for a second. You understand that if you looked at that, you would be fully blinded. Azam, it is you.
Yes. So this friendly fella is like right on the opposite side of the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just sneak up here, take that garrote wire, and like pull him around his neck and drag him through the door, probably screaming. Like a ghost.
Exactly like a ghost. Absolutely. Give me a... Let's have a strength.
How does a 22 do?
Ooh. 22 does exceedingly well. This person ran toward the door. They're like a scruffy, like dog humanoid. They run up, get to the door, but then they turn around and they fire at Poncho, leaving their back open for you to open this door and then grab them and pull them in. There is this and then this yoink as they are yanked in.
Yeah, I think I just want to like sit here and knock him out as quickly as possible. That's it. That's my goal.
Roll me an attack then.
Another 22.
No need to roll damage. There is this real quick, like you grab them, and are you just choking them into unconsciousness?
Pretty much.
There's a small struggle, but in the gunfire going off, no one is able to hear them as they pass out, and then you throw them off to one side.
Great. I'm just gonna hang out behind this door in case the other one gets any fun ideas.
Just waited?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Aye.
Can I see the red and green little fellows, this one and this one, from where I am?
You would be able to see... if you go to, like, the very edge of the building, you would be able to see both of them because the red is, like, fully pressed up against the wall and the green one is just kind of poking out. From there, which is just, like, I don't know, like 5 foot away, you can see the green one. He's, like, almost in the middle of the street firing at Poncho.
So I'll move just one more over, but all I'm going to do from here is... But I want, he's got what kind of weapon in his hands?
He's got a rifle. He's got a... Do you want to... It's advanced.
Great.
Do you want that?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah?
That's even better. And I just want to kind of lay down on the roof and lean over just a bit, hood over my head, and you don't want to fire? You don't want to fire at all. You don't even like killing people. And I cast incompetence on him so that he cannot shoot rifles.
He forgets to do it. What do I have to do? Is that a will?
A will saving throw 15.
Or a 17, unfortunately.
Okay, alright. Spellcast.
There is a moment when he's like pressed up against it. He's clearly fired this rifle a lot. You do see him like confusedly look at his gun like he's just had a moment of, oh shit, am I having performance anxiety right now? Because I've completely forgotten how to do this. Looks at his weapon and then it's like, oh no, it's fine. But he does hear you at the top, so looks up as he rests his back against the wall.
Well, if he looks at me, I go, this gutter is disgusting.
Perfectly hidden. Has no idea you're part of the fight. Skye, you are. It is your turn. Theriac, you are on deck. You will be next. Skye, what's up?
So, I have a masked visage, which I don't know if it would be an action to put my little
bandit mask and my gas mask on, but it says if my face is covered, then no one will recognize me.
I'll allow that to be like a swift action.
Yay,
So
thank you.
can put it on.
All right, and then I would like to take the chance and not lock the door. Azam gave me that fire rifle. I'd like to fire at the frog man, please and thank you.
I will give you that the two lizards and the peons outside, as well as the Gribbly, don't recognize you as Skyscraper, the person who led you in. The 5 people in the general store will watch you walk out and shoot.
Never mind, maybe I should lock the door.
You lock the door?
Maybe I should lock the door.
Or maybe I want to be in this little scrap, but I'm like, maybe I should just watch the door and wait for this all to blow over.
You can lock the door from the outside.
I know,
if you
but
wanted.
then they're gonna start to panic probably. And how sturdy is this door?
It's sturdy. They won't be able to kick it down immediately, but they might be able to. They will be able to get out eventually. But you might be able to finish the fight before they do.
I have lock picking. Does that work both ways?
Yeah, it's still a lock the door. You can still lock the door, yeah.
25 to lock the door.
Okay, all right. You
Actually, can I do something else as well? Do I have like an action beyond locking the door?
I have a smoke grenade.
So you're going to chuck the smoke grenade inside of the... Okay, I'll give you this. I will let you either put the mask on and lock the door, put the mask on and throw the smoke grenade, or throw the smoke grenade and lock the door. You have to pick one of the 3 things to not do.
I throw the smoke grenade and lock the door.
Okay, you throw the smoke grenade and lock the door. Rolling the smoke grenade down, the 5 people immediately react with confusion and anger as this grenade goes off. They're all coughing and unable to see. You duck your head as bullets like over your head. Run out the door, shut it, lock the door. You see the rest of these Baron's men firing. Theria, it is your turn. What would we like to do?
What if I shot?
It's a ballroom blitz.
Theriac with a
Ballroom
gun?
blitz.
Who would have thought?
I'm gonna use a full action to attack twice. You see Theriac loading the injector pistol with the inhibitor addition. This isn't that different from what I was doing prior to Wild Times.
This isn't.
No.
I thought you just got picked up and started Wild Times.
I wish it were that easy. What if I was a little rambunctious and I was aiming at the steeds?
Perfect. To buck the people off of them?
To buck Frog Homie here. Alright, so I'm attacking twice! I have the inhibitor.
Attacking twice.
Ooh, okay. That's a 16 and a dirty 20 to hit. I am...
Perfect.
That'd be a total of 10 piercing damage to the steed. I think hit 1 is to buck, hit 2 is to have it, run off. Get off the field.
It is definitely spooked. It's going to try and buck the Gribbly, and this is going to be just him doing a reflex to see if he can stay on. That's a nat 1.
Can I flavor this? Because it's a nat 1.
Yeah, tell me what's up.
That this creature... what kind of creature is this, by the way?
Give me a physical science.
A life science.
Oh no, our life. I think our life science is
what?
animals.
Oh,
yeah.
Theriac failing a life science challenge. Sure. Got a 33. Tell me, bitch.
You might have read something on these deep desert lizards, these huge, almost apex predators of desert areas. They build up bioluminescent sparks in their throat to fire out these extremely bright flashes of light to stun prey before they poison them and then begin eating them. They are one of these creatures that almost never trainable, but you can form some sort of bonded connection with them. They are this weird, frog lizard hybrid again. This big scorpion's tail that, when not in use, curls into almost like a pig's tail, and then will.
Would you say that they are
tameable
but not domesticated?
Yes, I would say that. Yes, that's a really very good way of putting it.
This frog lizard thing does not buck back, but bucks forward, and frog guy falls forward and then is trampled by the steed as it runs.
Ah, beautiful. Yeah, falls ass over head. There's this startled, surprised scream that the Gripply gives as this creature and then charges off up the path. They fall off, are able to roll half out the way, but as they roll, they leave a quite high-powered rifle in the dirt. The Tashtari is rearing its legs, and the Gripply sees this opportunity to go and grab for their rifle, and then the Tashtari lands on his arm, and there is a hugely loud crack as he yells out in pain, and the Tashtari runs off. He is still alive, but is extremely badly broken. Poncho back to the trough, looking out. Skye being out in the open, Azam having elevation and not focused. Actually, no, Azam, you know what else? I've stated it now. I'm going to say everyone does. There's this loud crack of thunder that you hear from this far, far distant storm that is raging. Huge, the fiery sandstorm. These lightning cracks are hidden, buffeted by the extremely powerful sandstorm winds that are whipping up around it. As you all look, you see another at least 30 people on lizards charging toward the Nutrino Downs. Elsewhere, in a small mining hut, a dusty rat sits and waits, having hidden most of the town inside of the mines. Scrap waits for these 3 Baron's men to walk in. They do, guns blazing. As they do, Scrap immediately puts up his hands. It's like, hey, whoa. No, we're okay. We're all good. We're okay. It's okay. All right. We don't mean nothing. There's no one here. There's just good people. All right. We don't care about the people. Give us the damn ore. The ore? I already spoke to your boss. I will get you the ore. You spoke to the Baron about this? The Baron? No, I spoke to Wendy about it. I don't know a Wendy. Wendy's nut's gonna fit in your mouth. Pulls out a gun. And there, one of the people, a almost elven-looking person, these sharp ears, mullet of mopped brown hair, gurgles and coughs. Scrap sighs. I'm so sorry, buddy. I haven't done this in a real long time. Looking at you, I do. I think you're gonna live. You'll be fine. Scrap grabs a rag, stepping over the 2 other dead bodies, their heads over the floor. Pushes a old oiled rag into this bullet wound that's in their chest. You're a bit taller than I'm used to shooting. I think the recoil on this gun is a little bad. Keep pressure on that, you'll be fine. Scrap goes to walk out. You ain't gonna win. There are almost 100 of us riding to this town. Yeah. We know there's a lot of you, but we'll be fine. And thank you very much for your input. And when we take over this town, we're gonna kill and execute all of you. And then the Baron is gonna take that fucking blue-haired bitch and throw her off the train. At this, Scrap halfway out the door stops and turns back around. What's your name, buddy? Like, fuck you. I'm trying to help you. What's your name? Kano. Does that name mean anything to you, Kano? I just don't fuck. Does your name mean anything? Play with me here. My mama used to say that it was long life. That's funny. Where I'm from, in my home, names have meaning. They have importance about who you are and what you're willing to do to survive. My name is Scrap. Scrap Yard, officially. That blue-haired bitch that you call, her name's Skyscraper. The only reason that your head is not completely caved in from that little comment is because of something that she did for me about a year ago now. And I'm gonna tell you that if she didn't do that, you would be part of the ocean of bodies that I have buried, immolated, crushed, chopped up, thrown in rivers. I would not only make your mother a liar, I would embarrass that woman. What is this train that you're talking about? Moving back to the town, seeing these people ride up, everyone's radios. The Baron, he's riding out on a train at the minute. Apparently he's going to be long gone in an hour. We will not be able to catch up to him. Poncho, this is all down to you. You can choose. We can either go for the Baron right now and try to cut this off at the source, or we can stay here.
Poncho grabs his comm device. It's not in his ear because his ears are too cute and large to hold the comm piece in it. It's like right underneath his little poncho. He speaks into it and says, "We're into this now. We're going to take the fight to him. If we don't, he'll come back in a week or a month. The only way to get rid of a snake is to cut off its head."
Right you are. I'll bring the truck around. Meet me at the town hall. We'll get on, and we'll ride out to the train. Stop of the round. 6 more peons arrive, surrounding the town. You now get, and again, this is a choice of everyone, you get one of the 3 moves that you can use. You can pick. You can pick either open fire, you can drop a barrel to anyone within 5 foot of any building, or you can decide to heal someone.
Well, if we're leaving, I think this is time. We open fire. Have everybody come out.
Yeah, I think, like, right here. Try and catch these 3 newcomers.
Which one? The ones from the...
The ones coming from the west.
Okay. That's what I was going to say also, that we take out the ones that are coming from the sides.
As these 3 from the west come, who's going to make the call? Who makes the order to open fire?
Poncho will cast a glance up to Azan in the window, hold up 2 fingers, and drop him down to give him the signal.
A few of the townsfolk, Mr. and Mrs. from the haberdashery, the owner of the inn, Flair and Keelan all spot this signal, and there is this huge hail of bullets firing from all angles to these three people. All three of these Baron's members, immediately as they step foot onto the scene, you give the order, and there is this, and they all riddled with bullets. A pretty successful move. Poncho, it is now you.
Okay, so there's this 3 guys coming up from behind me.
Yep.
He will whip around, and I'm going to use a full-out attack to shoot one and then shoot another one.
Beautiful.
And because I have staccato strut, when I make a full attack with small arms and I attack a different creature with each attack, I reduce the penalty.
Oh, love that. Hell yeah.
That is an 18. Ooh, okay. That is a 19.
Perfect. Both of those hit.
So that's a 9 on the first one and 11 on the second one.
Bam, bam. Both of them go down.
And like after he takes out those 2, he speaks into the comms. Bring the truck around. I'll follow y'all on horseback. Well, on Thistlebrush.
What about the 5 that I have in the general store?
Dang. Is the door locked?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to stay behind to keep an eye on them.
You got it, mate. I'm stuck in town hall anyway.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
All right. Rest of y'all mount up. Let's go. And he will head out from his little cover from behind and head out into the middle of the street. And that rifle that the dude dropped.
The Gripply?
Yeah. Is it just there? On the ground?
It is just there on the ground,
Can I run over and pick it up?
Absolutely, you run over and pick it up. As you run over, the Gripply, who is still alive, still trying to grab for it with his one good arm, gets a hand on it as soon as you get a hand on it.
This ain't over yet. The Baron is stronger than any of us. Poncho, we're just reliving history here.
Poncho looks down at the Gripply. Yeah, we can relive history. But you gotta understand this. Every sentient being out there in the world, they have the right to rewrite history. And I'm gonna give you a choice. And he pulls out his pistol and points it at him. Drop your belt. Drop your weapons. And run out into that desert. And don't look back. Or I could end this history for you right now. And your story will be written. And not a single dang person is going to remember who you are.
We always said that you were a compassionate man, Poncho.
Puts his hand on his belt and fumbly unbuckles it.
Have it. They're useless to me now, anyway.
Immediately try and duck behind some barrels and then sneak out of this firefight.
He has a moment where he watches the guy sneak away. He levels the gun at them as they're walking away, but then twirls it, puts it away, picks up the rifle, and lets him go.
Next in the initiative order are the peons. One that is left that has come in from the north. Poncho, you 1-2'd the other 2 people that they came with, stealing themselves, pulls out a rifle and I think is going
I would like to use my quick draw reflex
Nice. Perfect. This is a contested reflex then, as they make a shot at you.
I got a 19 on the dice, so that's a 26.
Let's go. It's some form of spidey sense. There is someone who aims a gun at you like 60, 70 foot away. Do you turn with the rifle that you've just picked up, or do you point with the pistol?
The first thing that turns is his cute little, like, his gigantic cute ears. One just turns instantly right in that direction, and he takes the rifle and bam, fires. Okay, so that is 9 points of damage.
Your ear twitch, hearing this like click of a rifle, turn, fire, and they go immediately. They go and they fall down.
He shakes his head because, honor without combat right there. And he heads bouncing over to where the Superrush is at.
These two that are hiding underneath the building that Ige is on top of, spotting Ige, are both going to open fire. Ige has full cover, so you have a slightly larger AC boost, however, not good enough because that is a natural 20 when it comes on one of them. And the second one fires. That is a 1921. That's a 21.
Certainly, of course, that's...
There is this small, like, you are poking your head over, and as you duck under, there is this of rifle fire. That is 15 stamina. The one that Azam didn't grab is going to look back at toward their friend, see that they're not there, and is going to step foot inside of the building.
I've got my back pressed against the other side of the door.
It's gonna try and he's not very strong. He's going to try and open it as you have your back pressed to it. Fails dramatically. That's like a 4. No roll needed from you. Is like pushing it open and, hey, Billy! Billy, did you get in here? Billy, did you shut the door behind you, Billy? The last one who has just come in from the east is going to see Skye and is going to, not knowing who she is going to take a pot shot at Skye. That's an 18 to your EAC, Skye. Does that hit?
I'm gonna assume it does. Yeah, it's 12, so yeah.
Perfect. That is 5 damage to you, as he is going to open fire again.
And you just said stamina first, right?
Just stamina first.
Okay.
From the general store, smoke billows from the broken window, and these now numerous bullet holes that are appearing as people fearfully shoot around, not knowing where they are. I'm going to give an intelligence check to them as a whole to see if they can find their way toward the door. Esther, you can hear from inside a muffled, "Boys, get your damn act together. We're fine. Stop shooting. Everyone calm the fuck down. The door is over here." There is a thudding at the door, and she's going to make a strength check to try and kick it open. There is this thud of the door as she is trying to break through, followed by more kicks of more people trying to kick down this door and get back into the action. Azam, you are up. Ige, you are on deck.
So now that the person is banging on the door, trying to shake it, I'm going to wait for the right moment, turn around and open it so he falls right into my arms.
Roll me a strength. Roll me a strength. I'm gonna roll it in conjunction.
21.
Fuck, 19. Shit. I was like, yeah, I got it. You open the door at the exact time they try to kick it. Their leg falls through, and you grab them as they're like halfway toward the door. If this was a slightly more romantic situation, you would be holding each other beautifully. But right now, you are two just sweaty, dusty men holding one another, which again sounds sexual if there wasn't murder happening.
Two sweaty, dusty men.
Sweaty, dusty
men.
The title of my next romance novel.
I feel like Azam has done this move before. Is the sad thing.
But but they were two sweaty, dusty men in a romantic scene, though. That's what it was.
Your mind falls back. Maybe because there is a last stand hold here, brings back a lot of memories. some form of revolution, some form of standing up against a far more bigger oppressive power. Perhaps it is quite literally this exact hold that you have on this person. But your mind falls back to a dance, a ball. You just successfully held a position and took a huge Heth stronghold. People are celebrating, dancing, there's music going on. You are there with a shorter than you, blue-flamed young man who you know is everything. You dance softly. When the music picks up, dance a little faster. And then you dip him in a way that he says, you know, if we were in a more compromising position, you could kill me right now.
And you know I never would.
As you bend yourself to kiss him, it snaps back to this moment. Almost the exact same pose with this other person in a move where, if you wanted, you could kill him.
I simply knock him out.
A heavy punch to him immediately makes him pass out, dropping him to the ground.
And then I'm going to head out so I can, I guess, meet with Skye.
Stepping out, you see Skye. You see these two lizards. You see the action that's going on. You also get a clearer view of the people storming toward Nutrino Downs. They're a little bit far away, but they are racing. Ike, it is you.
Can I ask you a question, Poncho? In our time preparing for this, would Poncho have maybe told me stories about past fights with this group of ne'er-do-wells? Would maybe Poncho have told me some of their previous kills and things like that?
Poncho would have 100% relayed any kind of information. If they asked, he would have been more than happy to talk about it, yeah.
Okay. So then, having just taken 2 shots grazing by her cheeks, take a deep breath in. She kind of expels the air back out of her puffed up cheeks, but instead of sound coming from her vocal cords, the sound of a previous fight, one that they won, these bandits, the sounds of the previous people that they've killed on the battlefield. In the throes of passion, gunshots firing and them screaming, shouting orders at each other, and calling out these memories at them in their ears. The sound of 20 people. It's a save DC 14 willpower as they hear the ghost sounds.
Oh, wow, okay. Okay. Alright, beautiful. I got a 5.
I'm focusing on these 2 right here.
So they hear these ghost sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll a will to see if they get spooked and decide to bounce because of ghosts.
Yeah.
All right, one of them gets pretty high. So he's scared, but isn't running.
Okay.
This Vesk, this chameleon-like lizard man, sprints off.
Okay.
Skye, it is you. Theoric, you are up next.
Oh, I'd like to skateboard here, the purple guy. And I got a little thing on my skateboard that Flair installed or something, right? Where if I do a trick over somebody,
you can dazzle them.
Confuses
That's
them.
true. Yeah, you do.
I'd like to dazzle them, please. Is that my whole action?
No, that is a movement. You get to do that as a movement.
Brilliant, brilliant. I believe mechanically what I'm going to be doing is an unarmed strike, but narratively, I imagine Skye uses the trick as a way to, like, wrap her legs around the shoulders of this person, and I want to snap their neck.
Beautiful.
23 to hit.
Beautiful.
8.
8 is the damage.
The damage.
Perfect.
I think.
Jumping on skateboard, there is this as skateboard like immediately takes off. You fly over this person who was firing at you. Do a what's the trick? 50-50 boneless? Do a
I don't
50-50
I literally
space
looked
boneless?
I literally looked up a list of skateboard tricks, and it was a thing of like 100 ridiculous sounding names but no visuals. So what I imagine in my head is she like kicks the board up and like grabs his shoulders and like does a little tornado.
Oh,
you know, like almost like a martial arts move.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So there's like a hurricane, like does like a kickflip into a hurricane around their neck.
You jump, do this like twister move. There is this loud like crack as this person falls down in this like whirlwind of sand.
Did I actually kill him?
You did, yeah.
It looked sick as fuck.
I think I'm the only one who saw that.
Yeah.
Azam's like, oh.
Right.
So like if you turn back to Azam, it's just like chef's kiss.
From the town hall, there is this woo, and you see Flair. They're like leg up, poking slightly out of the window with a sniper rifle and like taking pot shots at the people very far away as they also saw you do it.
Oh, am I done? Or could I shout? Could I shout a thing?
Sure, absolutely.
Never mind. I'll
I'd
shout.
love it if you
Never
did.
mind. That'll be next. Never mind.
No, do it now. Do it now.
Yeah, do it now.
I was gonna go up to like the window or something and just yell into, is it Astrid or Esther? Because I think we've said both.
So it's Estrid. It's spelled Astrid, but with an
Estrid.
E instead of an A.
Okay, I just wanted to go up to the window and shout, Astrid, I know that you're confused and you're scared, but you have to believe that I'm doing this for you because I really needed somebody to do it for me.
The kicking at the door stops. You hear a... Esther, come on, we gotta get it open. What do you mean, get me out?
The sheriff's gonna talk to you. Just hear him out. He's not gonna hurt you. He'll let you leave. Just listen to what he's gonna say.
I ain't a betting woman, but this town ain't gonna last. I'm on the side that wins, honey.
I'm gonna look at Azam. I don't know what to say to her, but you do.
Theriac, it is your turn.
Would it be excessive to take these lizard guys? Or do they belong to...
Both of them have riders.
Oh.
There is someone on
okay.
them, but I tell you what, if you give me a full action, we can see if we can hit the riders off, because I do have an AC to shoot the riders off of the things. Yeah,
Sure.
just 2 attacks. You need to beat EAC of 14 for both.
I have a +7 to my Needler pistol attack, -4 for full action. That means I would need to get 11 or higher, so it's kind of 50-50. Because meets it beats it, right?
Meets it, beats it.
That's a 13 and a nat 20.
Oh, let's fucking go! Theriac, who in another life. Tell you what. Let's go back. WallE times isn't a thing yet. You've just arrived on a dune. One of our first missions. The resort of Wild Times exists, but it's purely a domicile for hyper-rich of Saga to come and relax. The idea of a park is no one even. That's completely not in anyone's mind.
There is the hotel, and there is the rest of the planet.
That's it. You are but a trainee who has been sent to execute a group of animals. They want to build housing where this multi-limbed buffalo-esque creatures are. They excrete this like quite powerful poison when touched and can shed their fur to grow incredibly small. They do it to run away as like a panic move. Their hide is incredibly thick. You are with who is at the time Mr. Wild, but not co-founder Mr. Wild. You see these two creatures. Now, we just need to take the shot. I know you're new, but all you need is to breathe and squeeze the trigger. You've shot a gun before, right?
I can't even say I've seen one before today.
Well, it's a damn good time to learn. He hands you this big, uncomfortable, cold metal. It's just as easy as aiming at the head and squeezing the trigger.
Theriac has to, completely reorient themselves in order to just merely wield this enormous hunting rifle. Where I am from, we know of the 4 elements that make up everything in the universe. It's a religion called Photo. They aim the barrel of the rifle towards these buffalo creatures. We believe every creature can feel all 4 of these at once in every interaction. When I fire this, these beasts will feel the solid iron burrowing through their bodies. They'll feel the flame of the firing. They'll feel the liquid rushing out of their veins. And the plasma building up in their minds as they don't know how to react next. Everything is these 4 things. Theriac breathes in and fires. And it is a thunderous shot. And it feels like these buffalo were smited by a god. Hands the rifle, kind of shoves it in Wild's face. Every creature adapts. Even you will. And walks off to collect them.
Flashing back to now, there are 2 creatures. There is these girdled lizards and these people riding them, feeling the heavy weight of another scoped rifle in your hand. Where does Theriac aim?
Theriac does not aim for their heads. Would be aiming, again, more so for their flanks.
It feels like a lifetime ago. So much has changed since then. You aim, fire. You feel these lizards get this boost of strength, and they buck back from this powerful hit, and the 2 riders fall off, unable to keep on to the bucking of these lizards. They, not being scared from these shots, just bound a little forward, and the 2 of the Baron's men who are on top of them just fall to the side and scramble up.
I am going to look back to Aig. Shall we?
She'll grab their hand and follow.
And we hop off the roof and we take them little guys.
Nice. There is this roar of a truck blasting itself around the corner. You haven't actually seen what Scrap has been doing for most of the time that Skye has been gone and everyone has been preparing. But you see now that they have adapted these huge metal girders that originally built the framework of the Patchwork, the only thing of the Patchwork that is left, onto this 8-wheeled truck. It looks very much like a giant dune buggy. Come on, gang, we got a train to catch! Poncho, Theriac, Ige, you are all taking individual lizards?
Is correct.
Yeah.
Poncho's riding Thistlebrush.
Skye, are you gonna ride with Scrap?
Where is the truck?
The truck will be, like, in the center of town. It'll be very easy for you to go and get on it.
Oh, I don't want to leave my fellow criminals.
I rush on up to the door. I know you don't know me, but I know you. I know of you. Most importantly, I know everything you're capable of. But there's a time in which you've got to decide, what are you fighting for? Because it can't be just another paycheck. You can't die for another paycheck. And I can kill you. Walk away. That's all you have to do.
Give me a diplomacy roll.
28.
The sound of gunfire emanates all around you, as well as this more powerful winds as they pick up, but there is also this honking of a horn as Scrap is trying to get the attention of people. You see her through the broken, wispy smoke tilt her head to look out at the truck. You're gonna go kill the Baron.
And we're gonna succeed. Please don't make me start with you. And as I press my hand to the door, my arm is gonna start glowing.
I do have something to fight for. I always have. That is me, and I do only pick the winning side. If you're gonna go kill the Baron, I want in.
Can I sense motive? I want to see if
Go
she's
for it.
telling the truth.
Absolutely.
15.
She is not lying. She is almost 100% of the time in it for herself. If there is going to be a winning side, you can see that she wants to be on it.
I kick open the door, but my arm is still splayed out. Rest of you?
I'm good to walk away. I'll walk away.
Get to walking.
Slinging the rifle from her shoulder to her hands, you are joined by Estrid. You gonna go to the truck?
I suppose the situation's done, so yeah.
I'm gonna start to run for the truck.
Poncho, you get to Thistlebrush. There are these two human men that have hold of Thistlebrush's reins and are wrestling with it, trying to take it out of the stable.
I pop a shot, but the first one is just up in the air to shake them, to get them to stop what they're doing.
Both of them look to you, but only one lets go of the reins. The other one is pulled forward slightly. This one that lets go goes for their rifle and pulls it out. They are incredibly quick. Quicker than you have seen most people be able to pull a gun. You go to fire, but as you click the trigger, there is this shk of an empty chamber. They turn this gun to you. Just before they click, there is another gunshot that rings out, and then their head falls down. Turning to see where this gunshot is, you see just sand dunes, slight broken ruins. You hear the other person let go of Thistlebrush. Thistlebrush rears and kicks. They go to pull their gun, and then again another and out behind a broken barrel and piece of stone, a tall Velka, almost white wolf humanoid, comes out, small little cowboy hat, and you see, Poncho, your wife, Oksana. She steps out. I'll leave you for 2 weeks, and you go get my town shot up.
Now, darling, you know I didn't mean to get the town shot up while you were gone or anything. It was just the Baron came into town. He knows I don't have to fight back.
He's damn Baron this and Baron that. Where you off to?
I'm gonna go catch a train.
Is that a ticket for 2 people?
If you'd like to come along, I would love the company.
I'd love to catch up with my best little man.
He hops over to her and hops up, gives her a kiss on the cheek.
This very buff, tall, white wolf humanoid. She looks similar to Keelan.
But covered in dust? And dust in her
and
fur and
he's
stuff?
like a different, Poncho, do you want to describe your wife?
Yeah, so Oksana is 6'6" tall. She has snow white fur that is just looks like that no matter how many times she's washed it, the dust has never left it. Like maybe at one time it was pure white fur, but not anymore. She is wearing, pretty much just Wild West clothes, has a cowboy hat on top of their head, and they have this sniper rifle that looks like it was custom made for her use. And she dwarfs Poncho and everything. Like she's like, they're the basic tall, small kind of couple.
You haven't seen her in a few weeks. She left just before Patchwork arrived, about a week before. Used to be the barmaid, but now has picked up other like small mercenary work just to make some money. I think she was visiting family at this time, actually.
Yeah, she was visiting family at this time.
She puts you down, and you go grab Thistlebrush. You join Theriac. Skye, you're on the truck?
I'm running for the truck, but my speed's only 30.
That's fine. No, you get on the truck. That's grand.
Okay.
Azam, you join, closely followed by Estrid, who very casually leaps onto the back of this small pickup truck-esque area.
Onto our truck?
Onto your truck.
No. You're not coming with us.
She wants to take down the Baron.
I mean, you said you were going to save me. And how are you going to save me if I ain't here with you? The truck begins, and you hear, Wait! And a very sunburnt Flare walks out of the town hall. He has a cane now that he's using to prop himself up. Not carrying any guns, he's left the sniper rifle up. From inside, you see Keelan, who is readying the gun. He goes, "Are you sure about this?" Hey, listen, it's catching a train. It'll be easy. You stay here, I'll keep in contact, alright? They're probably gonna need me. I mean, they're not that good with, tech and stuff. I guess, yes, but what if there's more tech? They need someone. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Flare knocks on the door. Is there room for one more?
I open the door and reach my hand out.
Thank you. Puts the cane inside. Sits in. Scrap's okay, is that everyone?
I kind of elbow Skye a little bit. Looks like we're not the only one who picked up a friend. And I point towards Oksana and Poncho.
She's a beautiful woman. Very dusty and that classic kind of cowgirl aesthetic. Little jagger. She's holding a sniper rifle in her hand and is on the back with Poncho.
I love it.
Scrap rolls down the window. All right, Sheriff, we ready to go?
All right, let's ride, y'all. And he cracks the reins and takes off.
There is this as the truck starts. Ike, Theriac, both of you whip the lizards, and you all are bounding along, and you take off toward the Baron's train. Hello there, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for listening to the Adamless. And a few quick thank yous for a shout out the players. First things first is our patron shout out. Thank you so much, my personal heroes. We have Anna, Daniel Neruda, Mary, Meba444, Noah, Sunny420. Thank you, true gamers, for joining the Patchwork support tier. If you would like a little shout out, then you could also join our Patreon at the Patchwork support tier, but you can't quite afford it, or you're just not really interested in that, don't even worry, because every tier has extra content and other wonderful things, such as well-timed sticker from Andre. We have a Discord which you can join through that, as well as some secret extra channels that we chat in, as well as things like our little animatics that we have, which I love oh so deliciously. Speaking of animatics, if you would like to watch those, or listen to the actual plays of the show, watch them and our beautiful faces, then you can head on over to the Adamless on YouTube for all of our videos, as well as little edited clips. Speaking of merch, we've also teamed up with the Familiar Shop to make some Adamless themed soaps. Each member of the Patchwork has a soap based around their character, and if you go over to the Familiar Shop on Etsy and pick up one of them, then you're directly supporting us, as well as supporting this wonderful small business and supporting your body with soap, which is a good positive thing. You should absolutely do that. Our players today were
beautiful, wonderful Momo O'Brien playing Skye, Super Dylan playing Ig, Nordine Elite Kadir, who is Werewolf Fields on socials, who's playing Azam, and Andre Rivera Art, who's our wonderful little garlic. And then, of course, me, Matthew Agbar, Captain Krell on all things, and I voiced all of the Pew Pews and the other stuff as well. We also had our beautiful guest, WallE, who's with us, playing Poncho, and I love them oh so dearly. They are a friendly slime on socials. Thank you so much for listening. I give you so many kisses. And the next time we fly through the Atlantis Sea, I hope you will be there to fly with us. Thank you so much.